Hey guys, welcome to DDO. As I mentioned, I started a new character in a brand new server. I went to the Wayfinder server and I'll be starting off as a Cleric. The reason I'm starting off as a Cleric is I think it's a pretty fun class to play. Also, once you get up to higher levels, or actually even as you're leveling up, people are always looking for someone to help heal them. So, although most of my journey will probably be solo, if you follow these videos, you'll be able to find a group easily because everybody's always looking for a cleric. So here we go. I chose a spellcaster class and going to choose the cleric. Also, just to mention, my account is a premium account, so I do have some options that other people do not. If you're free to play, as I level up, I will try to stick mostly through free-to-play quests, but there will be some quests that I'll be playing that will be adventure pack related. So if you're not VIP or premium, you might need to get some packs or look for other alternatives. But as I said, I'll try to stick through mostly through the free-to-play quest. So usually what you want to do is customize your build. A lot of these preset builds aren't that good, so always try to customize your build. If you go on the forums, there's a lot of good information on builds out there, but I'm just going to do a vanilla straight level 20 cleric all the way, so should be pretty easy to level up and also choose enhancements and whatnot. So I'm going to stick with the human race. The reason for that is I like the benefits that they get. They get 2 feats at the beginning, and also they get extra skill points, and clerics are pretty short on skill points. So as I mentioned, I have a premium account, so I have 32 point build. If you're free to play, you'll have a 28 point build unless you've unlocked it or purchased it. If you have a 28 point build, what I recommend is maxing your wisdom and going 14 constitution and 14 strength. So here's the 4 left over for since I have a 32 point build. If you have a 28, I recommend the 14 strength, 14 constitution, and 18 wisdom. Since I have 32 points, I'm going to put 1 more stat point into constitution, and that takes 2 points. And I'm going to put the rest of the 2 points into charisma. Charisma on a cleric is not necessary. It's not like a very critical option, depending on your build actually, but most clerics dump charisma. I'm just dumping the 2 points on there just because it'll help me get an extra turn or burst when you get the radiant burst skills later. Some clerics like to pump up their charisma and get divine might to help melee. I usually just go wisdom max and let my spells do most of the damage. Constitution for hit points. You don't want to go low on your hit points because there are some spellcasters or traps that you'll face later that will do a lot of damage, so you want at least 14. Strength of 14, you'll be facing some opponents that will cast strength sapping debuffs on you, and if that happens, you could go helpless and won't be able to cast or attack. So you want to put a little bit of points into your strength. So for skill points, I max out the concentration skill. Concentration helps the cleric cast spells while he's taking damage or while in combat, so very important to max out your concentration. And I usually put 1 rank into tumble. So since it has a star, that means it's a cross-class skill, which will take 2 clicks. So 1, 2, and there's your 1 rank of tumble. UMD is also important, but for a cleric, it's very hard to raise it all the way up and might not be as helpful as it is for other classes. So I'm just going to focus the rest of my skill points into jump, just because there are places where later on in the game where a high jump or a decent jump will help you. So I'm going 4 concentration, 1 rank into tumble, and the rest into jump. For my feats, the first thing I'm going to pick is toughness. Toughness gives you extra hit points, so that's always good, and also lets you pick toughness enhancements, which helps you get more hit points, so that's really good to have as a starting feat. The second feat I'm going to choose is Empower Healing. This will help your heal spells, but also it's a prerequisite for your Radiant Servant Enhancement Prestige class. So right away, I'm already starting to set the path to make sure that I have the requirements met to be able to meet the Radiant Servant Prestige class. I'll go over some of the rest of the feats as I level up and choose the other ones, but for now, Toughness and Power Healing Spell are good starting ones. This just tells you that as a cleric, you have access to all these spells. However, the number of spells you could memorize is determined by your level. So we'll see later when I log on as level 1. I think I get 2 or 4 spells. I'm not really sure. We'll see. But I do have access to all this, so if I memorize them, I'll be able to use them. Here's just a recap of what I chose. Confirm that you made the right choices. Then usually change the alignment to neutral. I mean, you could put whatever alignment you want, but most people recommend going neutral. Or if you're gonna, depending on your class, some class has restrictions on alignment, but for cleric I usually just go neutral. For looks, I usually just randomize it until I see one that looks kind of interesting. Let's see. This one's okay. So picking my name. And creating the character.